like I said, oftentimes we hear a lot of people, and I myself usually tell you guys, if you want to learn how to be happy, you need to do 1, 2, 3. If you want to be happy, these are the things you need to do. When you go on YouTube, when you go on Facebook, when you go on Timbuktu, when you go on the mountain, when you go in the river, people will always tell you the things that you have to do in order to be happy. How about the things that we shouldn't do in order to be happy? How does that sound, guys? So today is exactly that. I want to touch on this particular subject because, believe it or not, that there are a lot of things human beings who want to live a happy life need to avoid doing in order to live a happy life, okay? So remember, guys, the subject today is about a few things you should avoid doing if you want to live a happy life. And number one, I'm always going to say, and number one, now this for me, these things are not on priority, but number one is definitely a priority. Stop regretting the past. A lot of times, people do not see the beauty of the now because they're so focused on the past. Something that has happened to them maybe yesterday, or something that happened to them 1 year ago, or something that happened to them 6 years ago. They still hold on to the pain of the past, and before you realize it, time is just passing you by. The days are just passing, months are passing, weeks are passing, years are passing, your life is passing you by, and you are still holding on to something that has happened to you ages ago. Someone hurt you, he broke your heart, she broke your heart, but you're still holding on to them. It's been a couple of years where you guys are not together, the person has moved on, and you're still talking about the person. Do you know what this guy did to me? Do you know what this woman did to me? Do you know this company and what this employer did to me? Stop it. Because I'm here to tell you guys, the good news is you can actually stop it, and you can actually gain a lot of things happening in your life, and you can see the positivity that's happening in your life. And the bad news is, the more you focus on the past and the more you keep regretting things that have happened, you know what are you doing to yourself? You're literally affecting your own life. Believe it or not, the people that you are regretting, the things that you are regretting, the situations that are hurting you, the people that said something dumb to you that you're still holding on to, a certain situation happened and you did something and you made a mistake, you cannot go back to change the past. Remember that, guys. Nobody can go back to change the past. So my question is for you. If you cannot go back to change the situation, you said something that hurt someone's feelings. Maybe you apologize. They don't want to accept your apology. There's nothing more you can do. Move on with your life. You loved someone so much, and the person, you gave everything to the person. The person decided to walk all over you and leave you in the dirt. Here you are crying over that person and being miserable and thinking that life is not fair. Why is this happening to me? Guys, stop living in your past and stop regretting things that have happened, because it's not going to change. And by the way, guys, in case you guys don't know, I'm here to share a little secret with you. Did you know that the month of August is the best month in the year, this year, to attract abundance? So one of the best ways and the secret for you to attract more abundance this month is by stop putting your energy based on a past situation. If something is bothering you, if someone hurt you, if you went through a relationship that broke your heart, if you dealt with crazy people, your co-workers, do not give them that negative energy. Do not fill it in you. Let it go. Start from now. Say that I want to make new intentions for this new month, for this beautiful month, because I want to live a happy life for me. I want to attract all the abundance the universe has to offer me. Try and basically reformat your brain, restart your engine in terms of the way you think and the things, and just everyone right now, 51 people on this live, let go of any regret that you have. I know it's easier said than done, but believe it or not, things I've been through have not been the easiest, but regret is not going to change the situation. Thank you so much. Remember how I said things about stop worrying and regretting the past? Who can think of what number 2 is? I know the comments are off, but just want you guys to think. You can't think? Okay, I'll give you the answer. Number 2 is simple, and it's something a lot of us tend to do. We don't live in the now because we're so focused on the future. We're so worried about the future. We don't even know if we are promised tomorrow, and we start worrying about what's going to happen next year. Women who are over 30, you guys are guilty of this. Oh my God, I've passed 30. I'm almost going to be 40. I don't even know when I'm going to be married. I want to have kids. I don't even know what's going to happen in 2 years. I'm going to turn 40 in the next 2 years, or I'm going to turn 40 in 10 years, or I'm going to turn 40 in the next 6 months, and I'm still not married. What's going to happen? Hey, relax. Relax. You don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. I know we live with this hope that, hey, we already think that we know what the future holds. We have this whole plan, like this marketing plan or a sales plan or business development plan when we go to the companies, right? But one thing you know about life is that one thing is for certain. One thing for certain about life is that it's not certain. Nobody knows what the future holds. Not you, not me, only God and Allah knows what the future holds. And one of the easiest and the best scenarios that a lot of us have lived at, unless you're 2 years old, is COVID. Who remembers 2020? Do you guys remember it? Do you remember how all our asses were locked down? Do you remember how we were locked at home? We were not allowed to go out and we had all those curfews? Exactly. Did anyone predict something like that would hit the world? Nope. Unless the people who invented it. But what I'm trying to say is that stop worrying about the future. You don't have a job today. You're thinking about how I'm going to pay my rent end of the month. And let's just say today is just the 7th. I'm so stressed about how I'm going to pay my rent. Where am I going to get money to do my rent? Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Oh my God, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to be depressed because I don't know where I'm going to get the money. How about you live for the now and let everything take care of itself? Do what you have to do as a human being. Do your part and let the future take care of itself. No one ever, what's the word I'm looking for? No one was ever able to fix the future by worrying about it. And guys, I want you worrying about the future. One thing you need to know for certain is that worrying about the future is not going to bring the future faster. And number two, I want these 48 people on this live. How many of you can actually remember scenarios about the times or the things that we were so worried about and those things never really happened? Oh my God, I'm going to fail my exam tomorrow. Oh my God, I studied, but I think I'm going to fail my exam. Oh my God, I'm so stressed. I think I'm going to fail my exam. Boom, you get an A plus or you get a B plus. You even forgot about all the stress that you went through a whole week because you're so scared you were going to fail your exams. I know I'm trying to be funny, but ain't that the truth? Oftentimes we tend to worry about things, we put ourselves through so much stress, through so much anxiety, through so much crazy shit thinking of what's about to happen, and that thing doesn't even end up happening. So why do we need to worry? Let's just stop worrying. Okay? That's number two. Number three is something that I've said to you so many times. It's something I live by, and it's something you need to start living by. Okay? Khalas. No excuses. I'm tired of you guys always giving me excuses and telling me this, that, and the other. Number three, besties. Stop depending on people for your happiness. I'm going to repeat this for the people in the back because I don't know if they were hearing me. They were probably on the phones texting their habibis, which is exactly what I'm saying. Stop depending on other people for your own happiness. Because believe it or not, your happiness is your responsibility. What I'm trying to say is that stop depending on people for your happiness. Because oftentimes when you wait for people to make you happy, when you wait for certain situations to make you happy, when you wait for certain things that you get to make you happy, before you know it, time is passing you by. You look at yourself in the mirror, you're all wrinkly and old, and you look past and you don't even have beautiful memories which are happy. Because why? You're always thinking that your happiness was depending on someone else to make you happy. It is nobody's responsibility to make you happy. Believe it or not, you know your habibi or your habibti? Yes, they need to add to your happiness. They shouldn't be your source of happiness. This is very, 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 very critical. Everybody loves to be in relationships. But you know, the wrong kind of relationships are the ones where the people get into relationships thinking that the only reason that they're in relationship is because he needs to make me happy. She needs to make you happy. Yes, usually relationships work that way. It has to be a happy, fulfilling relationship, but for both people. However, it doesn't mean you were a miserable person before the relationship and then this relationship is in charge to make you happy. Because two things are going to happen. One, the person is going to get tired of always trying to make you happy if you can't have, thank you, Sammy, if you can't make yourself happy. And two, if the person leaves your life, halas, you stop in happiness. And then drama queen and drama king start. Do you know how many breakups I've been through? Not a lot, but I've been through a few breakups, guys, just saying. And there were times where I was definitely sad. And the only reason, and I have every right to be sad, because when I love the people, I love them with all my heart. But believe it or not, eventually, when I got my shit together, my life is still beautiful. My life doesn't stop for any person. The friends that left me, my life does not stop for them. The man that walked out of my life does not stop for them. The jobs that I didn't get chosen for, my life does not stop for them. The family members that did not appreciate me or respect me, my life does not stop for them. Because my life keeps going, because I am my source of happiness. If I have to sit here and blame the world for why things didn't work out for me or who can make me happy, I think I'd be sad. Because when I look around, I don't really have a lot of people. And I'm happy this way. Because the more people you have, the more drama you end up dealing with. But my question is to you, why do you need people to come and make you happy? They're not Nutella jars. Only Nutella jar can make you happy, but even that doesn't make you happy because it makes you fat. Too much Nutella is going to give you diabetes. See, even that's not good for you. But on a serious note, stop depending on people for your happiness. Remember, guys, these are the tips that I'm trying to give you guys to help you guys live a fulfilled life. Take these tips because I always come and I love to share things on what you should do. Today is a bit different. Today is about the things you should not do if you want to be happy in life. Number 4 is very, very important. This is what a lot of people on this live, and oftentimes when I've had the lives where there's like over 200 people, a lot of people lack this. And this is where you guys need to start working on this. Stop underestimating your inner strength. Thank you, barista. Stop underestimating your inner strength. Because believe it or not, each and every one of us has the power to come out through things that we think are going to kill us. Each and every one of us has the brain to think about the unthinkable greatest ideas out there. Each and every one of us has this inner strength that we don't know we have, but because we don't believe in ourselves, we underestimate the value of our inner strength and we think, oh, we're not that smart. Oh, I don't think I can do this. Oh, I don't think I'm worthy to be loved by this amazing person. Oh, I don't think I need to... Just shut up. Because believe it or not, each and every one of us has the capabilities and the potentials to actually accomplish things which is beyond what you can imagine. You just have to learn how to believe in yourself. And I talked about this the other day. Okay? So stop underestimating the value of your inner strength. Because I'm telling you, sometimes you're only going to be tested on how strong your inner strength is, guys, is when you're put through tough times. Thank you. Fear of failure. How many of us don't not do things? How many of us postpone things? How many of us just be like, oh no, I don't think I'm able to do this, because we are scared that we're going to fail. Do you know that there's people who don't even travel on their own because they don't have partners, they don't have besties, they don't have a relationship? So they literally say things like, oh, I'm scared to travel on my own, so I don't really travel anywhere. Do you know what you're missing out just because you have got this fear? This is not failure, but this is just fear. What is the fear for? A lot of times people have fear. It's like you have a business plan and you got this beautiful business plan and you've put it up in such a beautiful way. But instead of thinking of the best outcomes, we think of the worst outcomes. And before you know it, boom, I don't think I want to do this right now. 2, 3, 4, 10 years, we want to keep working for people because we're scared to take the leap of faith, which could actually be the beginning of our great lives. How many people, insecurities? Absolutely. How many people here worry about the fact that, for example, like, you know what it means? And I'm talking about the slightest things. Yeah, I know you guys are very bold behind a computer, behind a phone screen. Everybody's usually very bold in front of behind a laptop, behind a keyboard and everything. I'm talking about people like face to face. Do you know how many single men have come to me on this live telling me that I'm shy to get to know a girl because they're going to reject me? Why have you put that scenario in your head before even trying? Have you tried? These people who were so scared, okay, were probably bullied when they were younger. I understand that. But have you tried speaking to someone? How do you know the next girl that you're going to speak to is actually gonna be the beautiful life partner that you were supposed to have? How do you know this person that you were just so scared, or this business that you're so scared of opening is not gonna be the best thing that you actually were supposed to do? How do you know the plane ticket that you were supposed to take or buy, or you're supposed to go to this specific country? Original, thank you. It's supposed to be the way it should be because you need to go there for you to change your world, for you to change your life. But we don't think of things like that. What are the things that we always worry about? We always worry about the worst case scenarios. Those are the things that we always think about. We never think about the best case scenarios. Thank you, Chemical. We always think of the worst case scenarios, and that's rubbish. Guys, the next thing that I'm talking about is very, very important. And a lot of us tend to think that this is not a priority when it comes to being happy. But did you know that self-care is so important when it comes to choosing to live happy? What is self-care? I know I joke when I come and tell you guys, like, go and shave your mustache as women and whatever. That's funny, but that's also not funny. That's also me trying to be real. Like, dude, don't scare the dudes and then come and complain why you're single. But on a serious note, do you prioritize your health? Do you prioritize the way you feel? Do you take some time off work? Because believe it or not, we're not robots. We can't just do 9 to 5s. And for those who are married, go back home. And then all we keep doing at home is dealing with family and babies who are crying and a wife. And then we're not even able to live a happy life with them because we're so stressed. And we just think about this and we think about that. We think about that. And then, okay, we put ourselves last. This is especially for the women. It's not just for men. Because believe it or believe it or not, men know how to take care of themselves. It's the women. Women, once they get married, or some of you women, once you get into relationships, or once you become mothers, that's it. You forget about yourself. You forget that you too are a human being that needs to be taken care of, that needs to learn how to love herself. She stopped putting on makeup. She stopped wearing beautiful dresses. She doesn't even go to the salon. She's probably got white hair all over her hair. She doesn't even take a shower. Maybe she takes a shower once a day. After she's married and she's got babies, that's even worse because I've seen this happen. They'll be wearing the pajamas from morning till evening. They smell of baby vomit. And then you come and complain tomorrow when your husband leaves you. And then you sit around and you say things like, I'm so unhappy in my life. Why? Why did all this change? Habibti, it didn't change. You changed. Because when the situation changed, you forgot about yourself. You forgot to go and get your mani-pedi done and to go to the salon and look at your beautiful, take care of your hair. You forgot that you need to go to the spa. You forgot that you need to take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, whether you're a mother or a wife or just a person who's in a relationship, does not mean you throw yourself. You can't keep prioritizing people's happiness and throwing yourself. The men who work 9 to 5 and then come and give me excuses and say, oh, I don't have time to go to the gym. Really? But then when you see Habibti jumping around with someone who's got 6 packs and 3 packs and 90 packs, you get jealous and you're like, oh, she's a gold digger. Maybe she doesn't like someone who's fat and who's got a family pack. How about you work on yourself? And believe it or not, when you take care of yourself and when you take care of your body, when you learn how to appreciate this thing, remember, I've said this to you so many times, guys, the one thing that is going to live with you for the rest of your life is this body that you are in. People will come and go. Situations will come and go. Your shadow even leaves you in the dark. But this thing is always going to be with you. So why not take care of it? Why not love it? Why not treat it well? Eating ice cream every day, eating junk food every day, KFC, McDonald's, they're all nice. Drinking Pepsi every day. What are you doing to yourself? And I'm telling you, you want to be happy? You want to live fulfilled lives? Take care of yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you love what you see, when you respect what you see, I'm telling you, you will 100% attract better. The people that you want to attract will be attracted to you. The situations will be attracted to you. Happy things will be attracted to you. Because when you see something that you like, it makes you happy. It creates this happiness energy in you, this vibes and this sort of whatever feelings. Guess what you're doing? You're literally going to be attracting all that. Very important things I was telling you guys is that oftentimes when it comes to change, we're so worried about the change and we start stressing about it. We think of, we look at all the negative sides of the change and we fail to embrace the happiness of what's actually happening in change. Secrets and fun facts. Did you guys know that sometimes, and the most important reason change happens in our lives is to upgrade our lives? I know sometimes it feels like it's a downgrade when you lose a job or something. But every change that happens in your life, every situation that is changing in your life is trying to upgrade you as a person. Because sometimes the place that you're going to, the destination that you're going through, or the journey that you're about to start needs you to have this emotional ability to be able to take care of the situation that's about to make you, or you're about to deal with. So that's why it's very important that we shouldn't be scared of change. We shouldn't look at change as something so negative. And the best way we can do that is to try and embrace change. And exactly the reasons I'm saying is why you should embrace it. I know sometimes makes you more resilient, 100%. I know sometimes we think that, oh, things are happening to us or things are not happening to us, but I'm such a good person. Exactly. Sometimes because you prayed so much and because you asked God to guide you to what is great for you, He's not just taking you. Remember what I told you guys the other day. The route to success is not a straight path. It is going to have so many detours. You're going to go through rivers and mountains and lakes and sharks and gorillas and everything. That's just how life is. That's just how the road to success is. Ask any successful person who's going to tell you. It's never a ladder up. It's never like the elevator. It's stairs. Okay, guys? So try to embrace change. Not every change that comes to your life is meant to break you. When you hit times, change doesn't have to be just a situation. Sometimes change could be relationships. Sometimes changes could be through marriages and divorces. Sometimes changes could be leaving a country. Sometimes changes could be jobs. Sometimes changes could be even your health. Sometimes changes can be the slightest thing, losing a loved one. I talked about all this the other day. So it's very, very important that we need to realize when our lives are going through some sort of changes, let's not try and be all cursing and say things like, oh, why is God punishing me? He's not punishing you, Habibi. He's literally trying to upgrade you, because whenever you're playing Candy Crush, the higher you get, the more difficult it gets. It's the same thing in life. Like, life is like a game of Candy Crush. Life is like a game of Snake, when we used to have the Nokia 3310s. You guys remember that shit? Because the longer the snake got, the tougher the game got. Same. But every time you leveled up, you were happy. You were like, yes, I did it. I got this. I'm going to get the next level. I'm going to get less. But you learned the tactics. You learned how to do it, because school, you go to grade 1, grade 2, grade whatever grade. The higher you get, you don't do the same exams. You don't do the same exams you do in... To happiness is trying to limit negative self-talk. I was saying this the other day, like, we're so quick to judge ourselves. When we look at ourselves in the mirrors in the morning, when was the last time you guys looked at yourself in the mirror and said, hey, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, handsome. Wallah wa shada fadet jamalak ana. No. We look at ourselves, we're like, oh my God, look at my white hair. Oh my God, I got wrinkled. Oh my God, look at my big fat nose. Oh my God, is that new fat? Especially the women. When someone compliments us, we don't even know how to say thank you and accept the compliments. We say things like, oh no, this happens with the women, you know what I'm talking about. A man will come and be like, oh my God, your dress is so pretty. You'll be like, you don't even say thank you. You'll be like, really? I actually just got it yesterday. Who gives a shit? He didn't ask you where you got it or when you got it. The guy is saying you look so pretty. Take the damn compliment. I used to be guilty of this. When I used to do my hair, I used to spend like 5 hours in a salon, and then the next day I go to work, and people will be like, oh my God, your hair's so beautiful. I'll be like, oh my God, it took me 5 hours. I didn't even like the color. And then I'm like, what did I just do there? People are complimenting me. Learn how to embrace beautiful talk. Or are we so quick to get offended when people come and say negative things? So why do we not get offended when we say negative things to ourselves? Huh? Or it's okay. Because why? Your negative talk, what's it called? This is very, very important, and I've said it to you guys, and I can't keep emphasizing enough. Limit the negative talk, guys. Limit the negative talk. You want to be happy in life? Limit negative talk. Start saying the most beautiful things about yourself. You wake up in the morning, embrace your beauty. You might not be the most beautiful princess out there, but you could be Princess Fiona. She's still a princess. Okay? One of the best things I did when I was going through my sad times was to switch off from social media for a while. Not because I was doing a comparison with my life, because I don't do that, but it's because one of the times that I had my injury, I literally had to stop one specific social media, because on that social media, the only thing that I kept noticing was sports, competitions, people winning, people running, people jumping, people doing this, and I was not able to do that. And anybody who's got a sports injury will know, and if you're competitive like me, you will know, is that I had to avoid that, not because I didn't want to see it or was happy for people, but it was causing me more harm than it was making me happy. Just seeing people doing the things that I was not able to do while I was already going through my own physical pain on my knee and not able to run, not able to do any competitions, was bothering me so much, was hurting me so much, to a point where I was like, I need to take a break. And I cannot emphasize how good that break was. That break that I took from social media just for a couple of months was the best thing I ever did to me, was the best therapy. Because I was focused on more things. I tried to go into other social medias without the people that I used to follow, to do with all these workouts were. And it was completely different. I tried to do other things while I could not do physical activities. I was able to do mental activities. I was trying to do other things that I could learn, and my life literally changed. So these are the things that you basically need to do, these things. If you guys want to live a fulfilled life, I'm going to repeat all of them right now. I mentioned a few. The number one thing I told you guys is learning how not to regret your past. because you can't go back and change the past. Number two is stop worrying about the future. You don't know what tomorrow brings. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Nobody's even promised the next 5 minutes. So stop worrying about the future, because I promise half of the things we usually worry about are the things that don't really happen. And think about the last time you were worried about situations and those situations didn't even happen. Number three, I said, is stop expecting happiness in other people. Find happiness in yourself. Don't wait for Omar to make you happy, basically. Stop underestimating your inner strength, because believe it or not, you have what it takes. Number five was stop avoiding change and basically learning how to embrace change. Fear of failure was number six. Don't be afraid of trying new things. Living in, I talked about that. Negative self-talk, and learn how to be a little more kind to yourself. And I want to add one more, guys. I want to add one more. Holding grudges. You want to live a happy life? Learn to forgive people. Holding grudges is not going to get you anywhere. Because when you hold a grudge, you're basically affecting yourself. The person you're probably holding a grudge against doesn't give a shit about you. They're probably living the best life while you're here thinking about them. The person probably doesn't even know that you're holding a grudge against them. The thing happened 1920, we're already almost 2024, and you're still holding a grudge about something.